and ask you, are you afraid to be you? Are you afraid to be you? Have you even considered that question? Do you find yourself in environments where you could speak up, but you don't speak up? And if you do that, what is the reason for it? What is the reason for it? I'll tell you guys a quick story. Take a quick sip of this tea. Tell you guys a quick story. During the pandemic, everything was, you know, we thought that we didn't know whether the world was coming to a close or what. We didn't know what to think. We was like, what in the world? What is going on here? We don't know. And I sat in a room with a bunch of directors, and they went around the room, and each director gave their opinion on what should we do next. Do we close? Do we not close? Can can we have what is it, a skeleton crew for our departments? What can we do? And they went around the table. Now, I didn't have a seat directly at the table, but I'm in the background listening to all of this. And I didn't even realize why I was even in that room. I didn't know why I was in the room. I don't know why I got called in, but I was there. And they went all the way around, and everybody gave their opinion. Everybody said something in that room except me. Except me. I was the only person who didn't say anything. And I'm thinking, because I'm sitting around the table with all of y'all. I'm in the back. Y'all around the table. I'm in the background. I'm with all of y'all. Why would I share anything? And it may have been a month or two later, somebody from that meeting pulled me aside and said, hey, you didn't say anything during that time. What was it? Now, mind you, I was going through a whole lot. I was going through a whole lot. Um, a childhood friend of mine who was a cousin of one of my best friends actually passed away. Um, I believe one of my uncles had passed during that time. And then shortly after that, I believe my biological mother had passed as well. So, and everybody thought that the world was coming to a close, right? So these are all things that are going through my head during the meeting. And then also on top of that, I'm like, I'm in the room with all of y'all. Why would it be necessary for me to share my opinion? And you know what she said to me? She said, Julian, none of us knew what to do. None of us knew what to do. That's why you should have said something. And there are rooms that you may find yourself in. There are places where you may find yourself in. You may find yourself around certain people at certain times. And they're looking to hear your voice. They're looking because you may have some insight that they need. You may have some direction for somebody else. You may have a story for somebody else. You may have something that will help and contribute to the rest of the group. It might contribute to the rest of the group. So you can't minimize yourself. And I had to ask myself, why was I sitting there and didn't give any advice during this time? Didn't say anything during this time? And it's just because I felt like I was beneath everybody in the room. Do you ever feel that way? Do you ever feel like small around certain people? That's your self-concept. That's related to your self-esteem. That's how you perceive yourself. When you play it small, hey Night Fox, and that's what I'm happy you said yeah. Shane Brown, hey Shane Brown. When you decide to play it small, hey Mateo, when you decide to play it small, that's how you see yourself. You see yourself as small. And so we have to begin to understand that like the room that I was in, nobody knew what to say. Nobody knew what to do. The people you're around, nobody knows. When you get into a room and you start to feel small about yourself, when you get around people and you start to feel small, you don't want to share anything with people. You have to remember nobody knows what they're doing. Nobody knows what they're doing. Everybody is trying to figure it out. So when you can think about situations like that, you realize that you're on an equal playing field with folks. You're not below them. They're not higher than you. You have something to share that you could contribute. And so you rest in your power. You rest in your intelligence. You rest in who God created you to be. You rest in all of the circumstances and lessons that you have overcome and you've learned from. And you draw on those experiences and you speak and you share what you know. You can't be afraid to be you because there are people who are waiting for you to be you. There's only one you. There's only one you. And if you don't be you, right? I know that's improper English, but if you don't be you, if you aren't who you are supposed to be, then people will miss out because they need your thoughts, they need your concepts, they need how you lived your life, they need your life stories, they need your life lessons. Everything you've gone through, you should be able to teach and give to somebody else and provide a lesson on that. And knowing that everything that life has done to you, that you perceive that life has done to you, and things that you have gotten past, those are all things that people can extract from and learn from. So you have valuable information in here. Now I'm gonna get ready to go in hopefully 20 seconds or less. You have to draw from those experiences and remember that you are somebody. Don't be afraid to be you. Don't be afraid to be you. So that's true. Night Fox says that's true. And also, yes, there's only one you. There's only one you. And because there's only one you, you know that you are valuable. You know that you have some worth. And actually not some, you have a lot of worth. So don't draw back and sell yourself short and don't shrink when it's time for you to stand up and speak. You know, Night Fox says continue streaming. I gotta go, Night Fox. I gotta go. I can maybe give you maybe one more minute. Warren, what's on your mind? Share it in the chat. What's on your mind? You are powerful. You are powerful. You haven't been placed here. When I say here, I mean on earth, in your city, on your job, in your family. You haven't been placed here for no reason. So walk with that confidence. Walk with that assurance that I'm one of one. Right? How do people treat something that's one of one? How do people treat something that's one of one? It's valuable. Just something random? No, it's not. They don't. When something is one of one, they don't see it as random. When something is one of one, hello Bagus. When something is one of one, it has more value. And because you're one of one, you have value. Don't let nobody talk down to you. Don't let nobody make you feel like you're inferior to them. You got to say to yourself, I'm one of one. I'm one of one. Listen, when you get off this stream today, you go look yourself in the mirror and you say, I'm one of one. I'm one of one. That's why I have value. I'm one of one. That's why I can speak up and give my opinion on things. I'm one of one. That's why I don't have to be afraid, and I can speak in rooms full of people who other people would see because of their titles or and their experience or whatever. They would see them as being something special. But I don't see that because I'm just as special as they are. You have to see yourself as being special because you're one of one. All right, so I gave you one more minute, Night Fox. Give you one more minute. I can't Nobody is me. Nobody thinks like me. I am the only me on this planet. You are. You are. You are. And so it's your job and responsibility to then figure out, okay, this one of one that I am, what do I have that I can share that nobody else can share? Because nobody else can share what you have because you're one of one. So in trying to work on your purpose, I'm getting off topic, but in trying to figure out your purpose, you got to say, what do I know? What have I experienced that I can share? That no one else has, because I'm uniquely, fearfully, and wonderfully made. This is the only thing that made me smile today. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I'm happy that you were able to smile today, because you should. You should. Don't walk around with your head down, Night Fox. And who else is on here? Yeah, well, I think we only have 2 people on this live right now this morning, depending on where you're from, right? It's almost afternoon where I am. Almost. So this goes for you too, baggers. Don't walk around with your head down today. You lift your head up and be confident in who you are. There's a reason for you to smile. There's a reason for you to smile. Listen, as long as you're breathing, there's a reason for you to smile, because that means there's still something for you to do here on earth. There's still a purpose for you. Your life still, if you're breathing, you still have purpose. The people who aren't breathing anymore, they're gone. They're gone. They can't do anything. But you can. You can change your life today. You can take a step today. You can take a step today to improve your life. But it's going to start with your self-concept. It's going to start with how you feel about yourself. It's going to start with how you see yourself when you look at yourself in the mirror. All right, so I really got to go. I really got to go. 3 people. All right, well, that's what we had. I think we had 10 jump on, 11 jump on, jump off. That's all right. But just remember that you're one of one. All right? Y'all take care. I'll be back on Saturday. Y'all take care.